Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for Makeup Bag Monday, week number 33. Each week I rotate my makeup with new products sent in or purchased, and as well as some products I might have wanted to revisit in my makeup collection. I test everything out for a full week. I check back every week with swatches, demo, and my full thoughts on how the products performed after a full week, whether or not I recommend it, whether or not I'm going to keep it or pass it on or purge it from my makeup collection. You guys really enjoy this series. It's one of your favorites, so I'm gonna keep going. We're almost at week 50. I feel like we should celebrate at week 50, but we're at 33 right now, so if you want to see how last week's products performed, then just keep on watching. So first things first is the Jouer Springtime in Paris eyeshadow palette. I have been loving this past week. I feel like Jouer actually improved the pigmentation and quality of their eyeshadows since their last Essentials Matte and Shimmers palette, which launched, I think, I want to say last fall, winter, but that one is superb. I loved it, and I feel like the pigmentation of these are even better. They're a lot more pigmented. They're really colorful, but in a good way, and they blend out beautifully. I've gotten so many compliments in real life with my eyeshadow looks, and there's a good mix of neutrals, mattes, shimmers, and then of course brighter springtime shades, but still very wearable and true to what Jouer stands for, which is kind of like makeup for everyone, for the everyday person. Favorite is going to be this creme, because creme is such a hard shade to do right. I feel like in every makeup look I do, I'm always going to want a good brow highlight that's just popping enough and really pigmented, but also really smooth and buttery that blends nicely with the rest of my makeup. And this is really pigmented where I don't even have to go back in sometimes. So I'll use it all over from my lash line all the way to my brow bone. And a lot of times I'll have to go back in with whatever beigey creme shade I'm using, but this one I felt like it just was perfect. I used caramel as my crease shade to blend out some of the shadows, but I've been playing a lot with the shimmers. I really love these like plummy browns or browns, and this one is a Bruges and Mauve. They're both really beautiful. I wore Midnight Blue in my crease in my last week's Makeup Bag Monday, and then I also really enjoyed this shade, which is Cinnamon. Cinnamon is really pretty. I'm wearing that today on the outer corner of my eyes. I'm also wearing it on my lower lash line. It's a very versatile palette, very good quality. So if you're thinking about purchasing it, I highly recommend getting it before it's sold out, because I do feel like this might be a limited edition one. I'm not quite sure. I do have 15% off of all Jouer Cosmetics purchases. It's just my name, Serein15. If you want to save a little bit of money, it is an affiliate code, but I highly recommend picking this up. I love their lip creams. I love their powdered highlighters. I love the matte moisture tint and the luminous moisture tint. And I'm trying to think, what else do I recommend? Oh, their concealer, their regular little square concealer is really good as well. And their blushes and bronzers are really good too. Primer that I've been using is the Smashbox Photo Finish Light, and I do really enjoy this. I have pretty dry skin though, so I only used this on my oily areas like my nose and maybe my cheeks to diminish some of the pores and to smooth out my skin. But I didn't find that this was necessary for my entire face, and I did find that if I put it on like my drier areas, it wasn't that great with my foundation over it. But I can see why this is such a cult favorite, because it is very good at smoothing and helping control oils and helping your makeup last longer. I'm gonna try the hydrating one next time because I feel like that one might be better for me, but I do recommend this if you have combination oily skin or enlarged pores that you would like to fill in a little bit. The foundation I was wearing for the full week, and you guys really have liked it on me, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. This is my favorite long wearing foundation that looks like skin still. It's going to be a lot lighter than the original Double Wear. I'm not a fan of the original Double Wear. I love how long lasting that one is, and it's transfer proof, but it was just too heavy for me, and I personally prefer lighter coverage. So this, I would say, is a very natural light to medium coverage. You can build it up to a medium. I personally like the light medium side, and I think it just wears really nicely. It wears all day. It's not super mattifying, and it's not drying like the other one can be for me, the original Double Wear. So I really enjoy it. I'm in Intensity 1. So I highly recommend this if you're looking for something long lasting but not as quite heavy as the original Double Wear. I also like this for travel because you can just kind of like throw it in your bag. It's perfect little squeezy tube. I've been loving the LORAC California Dreaming Cheek Palette. I've been wearing these two shades on my cheeks the most. These are really, really pigmented and very blendable, but a little goes a long, long way. They remind me a bit of the Wet n Wild blushes, actually. So if you already own the Wet n Wild's Mellow Wine and some of the other shades, you might not necessarily need this one from LORAC, and that's also a great dupe if you can't afford the LORAC one. And I just really have been enjoying it. It's really cute packaging. I think it's really nice. I'll keep wearing this through the rest of spring and summer, probably even longer into that because I do like the formula. The powders I was playing with this week were from Makeup Forever. This is their new Ultra HD Microfinish pressed powder. I have two shades. This is the number 2 for light to medium skin tones. This one is number 1 for more fair to light skin tones. So I used both. I like using the white or number 1 under my eyes to set my concealer, but if you're doing flash photography, I would honestly stick closer to what you truly are, which for me would be number 2. This looks a little scary because it looks yellow, but it really, I'm wearing it today. I don't look yellow or weird at all. I think it looks really, really nice. It does a beautiful job at making your skin look poreless, and it sets everything, and you just get this really nice like semi-matte finish, but not overly matte. I like that they're in pressed formula because it's easier for you to travel with. It's not gonna have as much of a kickback as when you're using loose powder. So really enjoyed these a lot, and I do recommend picking these up if you are in the market for a good press setting powder. The concealer I was wearing this week was the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I really like it. It's really hydrating, it's creamy, it blends nicely, it's highly pigmented, but it's not heavy, it doesn't crease into my under eyes. I did set it, of course, with the Makeup Forever powder, and I think the combination of these two was really nice, really good. I'm in the shade Light for under my eyes. This is a really nice, lightweight concealer that still has a good payoff for concealing. The bronzer I was using for the week is the Bronze Booster from Physicians Formula. I have the shade Light Medium. I really love this. I'm wearing it today. It's a beautiful all over like warming of the face, and I feel like I'm gonna wear it again for another week because I just absolutely adore it. It's very soft, it's very blendable, it's very natural, and it's talc free, which is awesome, and a drugstore product. So Physicians Formula does a beautiful job with their bronzers. Now, the highlight I was wearing is from the Ofra and Nikki tutorial collaboration, and this is called Everglow. I love this. I wear these two shades mainly as my highlight. I'm wearing it today, super poppin'. I wear it on the inner corner of my eyes. I wear it on the top of my Cupid's bow. I think it's really, really high highlight payoff. Ofra Cosmetics highlighters are some of my favorite highlighters. They're really, really like balm. They last all day, unlike a lot of powder highlights I feel like kind of wear off on me. This one and Jouer's do an amazing, amazing job. I'm not a huge fan of the liquid lipsticks that Nikki and Ofra came out with, mainly because they were metallic or else the nude was just very, very nude and it doesn't look good on me. But the formulation of those liquid lipsticks are phenomenal. They're again one of my favorites from Ofra. They smell nice, they smell like cupcakes, and they last a long time without drying out your lips. They're very comfortable and moussey and thin to wear. So I do recommend those if you like those colors. If you don't like those colors, there's a ton of other ones you can buy on Ofra's website. But personally for me, out of everything that they came out with, I would recommend the highlight for sure. I do have a discount code as well for Ofra. It's Serein30 for 30% off of any Ofra Cosmetics purchase, and that's good for until it's not, so it's good right now. The other powder I was testing out from Physicians Formula is the Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls in Beige Pearl. I would use this in my Makeup Geek buffing brush after I finished my makeup and I wanted to buff everything in. So I would just swirl this in and then kind of like in circular motions buff everything, because you know this helps blend everything out and make it look less powdery and less like splotchy, especially for me. That's just what I need to do, and I really love this for that purpose. Even though I like to set everything with the Makeup Forever powder, I feel like this gives it this nice radiance and sets everything and locks everything in, and it just looks really beautiful. I can't really explain what it does, but it makes me look healthy and radiant, and I love it. I also tested out the By Terry Glow Expert Duo Stick in the shade 2 Terra Rosa. I really love this on my no makeup days. What I like to do with it, because even though when you swatch it, you're gonna get the highlight and the blush, I personally like to just use my fingertips and blend it together. So you're still gonna have that highlight and blush separation, but it blends really nicely and creates a really beautiful flush and highlighted glow. It's really great if you don't like wearing a ton of makeup. It's great if you have drier skin because it just makes you look very natural and dewy. I do recommend this. It is a little bit pricier, but I think if you're investing in good skincare and you just want to have a little wash of color, then of course you can get this. It's all about what your priorities are, and if your priorities is having less and of more quality, because that cream, this little cream duo, it's very hard to find a cream that doesn't drag on your skin, especially if you have drier cheeks like I do. And I found that it blends really beautifully. It felt really silky. It lasted a really long time on me, and it's not overly creamy, it's not overly wet, and it doesn't drag. A lot of products that are cream can tend to drag on more mature skin or drier skin, and that does not do that. The eyeliner I was revisiting is from Jane Cosmetics, and this is their liquid eyeliner in black. I love it. It's super matte. It's so easy for me to create this really beautiful wing. It can be thin, it can be thicker. I can fly, like way fly, like Lizzie would say, or I can just have a nice little like float. This is one of my favorite liquid liners. It lasts all day on me. It doesn't budge until I want it to come off, and it's really a good matte liquid liner. It's hard to find a good matte one, and the brush is very easy to control and draw that like precise wing. So I highly enjoy this, and I do recommend it. You can purchase Jane Cosmetics on their website as well as Target's website, Target online only, and a couple Rite Aid locations. Only the ones that have the boutique. So I actually interviewed Charlie from Jane Cosmetics, and he should be coming up on the podcast very soon if you guys want to learn more about the brand and the company. They're incredibly generous and give back to the community, so I'm really excited to like get to share that part of the brand with you guys. And finally, the fragrance I was using was from Guerlain, and it's the Mon Guerlain. I really love this. It's a sultry, spicy, sweet scent, which I personally prefer. I'm going to use this again for this coming week because I just really enjoyed it and I want to keep using it. So that's everything I was testing out last week. So these are the new products I will be playing with for the upcoming week. First product is I repurchased in my recent huge Ulta haul, which I'm giving away $100 in collaboration with Ebates. So make sure you check out that haul video. This is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydration Gel Cream. I've revisited this a couple times. The first time I reviewed this, I did not like it because I had oily combination skin. Now I have incredibly dry skin, and I felt like the shade match wasn't perfect. So they launched a couple new shades. I purchased 4.5 Wheat. I'm going to test this out for the upcoming week, and with that, I am also going to test out the new Bare Minerals Original Foundation in the new shade Soft Medium 11. So for days that I want to build things up, I'm going to put this over the Complexion Rescue, and for the days I don't want to, I'll just wear the Complexion Rescue. I'm very excited about the new shades. I think they're trying to do a really good job in filling in the gaps that they kind of had in their foundations. The eyeshadow palette I purchased a while back but haven't had a chance to play with yet is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. This is a warm neutrals palette, USP03. High hopes for it. It would be really awesome if it performed well because it's under 20 bucks and it has a beautiful collection of warm shadows. Blush palette I'm going to be testing out is from L'Oreal, and this is the Infallible Paints Blush. So this is super cute. You've got 4 different shades. I feel like they could be really good or really bad. But the highlighter I'm going to be testing out is new to Jouer. This is their pressed highlight powder. I love Jouer pressed highlighters, powder highlighters. My favorite one is Topaz and then Citrine. So this is part of their spring launch, available April 4th. This is in the rose gold shade. I am a little nervous because I don't typically wear rose gold highlights, but I love how it looks in the packaging, so I can't wait to kind of like see. I think this will work on me because it's more of a golden, like pink-ish. The more drugstore products I'm going to be playing with are these new L'Oreal Infallible Paints eyeshadows, and I just grabbed a couple of the more neutral shades that I wanted to play with. These are cream shadows. You're going to get 2 colors in one, and you've got like a little doe foot applicator. Very metallic, but they look really beautiful. Going along with the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow paints, I'm gonna go and try out these liquid eyeliners, also from the Infallible Paints collection. So these are felt tip liners. I have some really fun colors. I have black, I have white, I have a bunch of different blues, and then like a green. I'm not quite sure I'll play with the colorful ones. I'll do my best, but for sure I'll test out the black one. And then I have two of the L'Oreal Infallible Paints lips. These are really nice. I already really enjoy these, but they launched a couple new colors for the spring summer collection. I'm gonna play with Spicy Blush and Nude Star. These are a little bit more neutral. They have some really great colors. They remind me a lot of the Makeup Forever paint ones, not as mattifying, because the Makeup Forever ones I feel like are a little bit more matte. These are a little bit more glossy, and I feel like if you're going to play with color, like for Coachella or music festivals, you might as well spend less money on colors that you might not wear after the season. So that's why I would personally say buy the L'Oreal ones instead of like spending a ton of money on like green lipstick. So that is everything I'm going to be playing with in the upcoming week. If you want to see my full review, thoughts, swatches, and demo of me applying the products, then make sure you check back next week. Don't forget to check out all of my other videos here on my channel. Everything will be linked in the description box, but go ahead, hang out, check out last week's Makeup Bag Monday if you missed it. I have a huge haul. I have a lot of videos on here, and I hope to see you guys back here in my next video. If anything, I hope my video helped motivate and inspire you to look and feel your best from the outside in. I know when I look and feel my best, I'm just a lot more capable at dealing with whatever life has to throw at me. And if that speaks to you, I'm really happy you found me. And if anything, I hope you were able to just unwind, de-stress from your day, and take your mind off of whatever it was you might have needed to take your mind off of. That's why I watch YouTube. That's why I make videos here for you. And until next time, I'll see you guys right back here. Bye.